So clearly you can see that they don't want XRP to win and they are holding XRP down. If we have a look at the price action for today, we are up by 4.36% and we are currently trading at 67 cents. Now with the rally that we did have up to that 73-cent level, XRP easily could have gone to 85 cents. However, it is being held down. Now we saw that rally for XRP because people expected to see a settlement between the SEC and Ripple. But when the date came, which was November the 9th, and that was for the briefing schedule for both of the parties to come to some sort of settlement, we didn't really see that happen. And instead, we actually had a letter that was sent to Judge Torres that both parties have another 90 days, I believe, to come together and reach a settlement. And so there was a lot of anticipation that we would have saw a settlement on that date, but because we didn't, I believe that the price has somewhat suffered a little bit. But again, we are only down by roughly 5 or 6 cents, so it's not like as if we have taken a massive fall. And we also had some big news from the CEO of Ripple himself. Now Brad Garlinghouse said that Ripple will be taking the SEC to the Supreme Court. So this is completely new and something that they have added into the mix. He also did mention that they have been given an offer outside of the courts, however they decided to reject it. Now obviously by going to the Supreme Court, this does show that the SEC are still not backing down, and so Ripple are clearly going all in on this case, and I think rightfully so. Again, the SEC are trying to say that Ripple caused financial harm to investors, but they clearly haven't, right? And a lot of people are actually even blaming that the SEC has caused more financial harm than Ripple XRP themselves. And again, because Ripple are taking them to the Supreme Court, I then believe that these two parties are nowhere near close to reaching a settlement. But despite this, guys, we are still doing pretty good with the price level. You'll see here that on the volume we are down by 33.99%. However, we are trading at 1.9 billion. Now the highest that we saw in volume was 3 billion or even 2.5 billion. However, we are still doing pretty okay and we are in the green as well. We haven't really suffered as much. I do think that the SEC are just trying to prolong the inevitable at this rate, and unfortunately I think that this case is just going to take a lot longer than any of us would have liked. XRP have made some massive news. We did see XRP actually flip BNB in market cap and they became 4th place, and that's when XRP hit that 73-cent level. So imagine when it hits $1, it will be able to win that market cap quite easily. Again, another reason why XRP Ripple is being held down, you can see here that they are likely to face minimal disgorgement in the SEC case, says XRP holders lawyer. So the lawyer is John Deaton, and he said that Ripple may only have to pay $20 million or less compared to the $770 million that the SEC initially charged XRP Ripple with. Deaton's argument hinges on the Supreme Court's Morrison ruling, which limits the US jurisdiction over non-US sales, and he highlighted that XRP is not considered a security in several countries, including the UK, Japan and Switzerland, where it is classified as an exchange or utility token by regulators like the FCA and FSA. So again, guys, despite Ripple suffering in the US, other countries like Dubai, for example, have actually been approved by the DFSA, so that is the Dubai Financial Services Authority. And because the Middle East are going to be taking on Ripple, they have already got that advantage, right? And it's not like as if that they don't have adoption, because they clearly do. Now, one important piece of news that we had as well was from Tom Emmer, and he said that Gary Gensler is as ineffective as he is incompetent. And he did actually pass an amendment, and that amendment basically prohibits the SEC from using money that taxpayers fund in order to pursue enforcement actions against the digital asset industry until Congress passes legislation that authorizes regulatory enforcement jurisdiction. And all what this means is that the SEC can't be using taxpayers' money in the crypto industry, so this will be helping XRP as well as other coins until Congress are able to come with more legal clarification regarding it. And again, Gensler doesn't really give any clear guidance on its decisions on digital asset regulation. So all of this piece of news just goes to show that XRP really is being held down. We have had quite a few attorneys that have argued that Ripple won't be paying anywhere near that $770 million fine, and I'm pretty much sure that we all know by now that Gary Gensler is completely useless and is actually abusing his power of position. Again, if we have a look at the 7-day chart, we are up by 10%. and currently we are trading sideways. We have fallen to 64 cents as our low on the 10th of November, and then today we fell to 64 cents as well earlier on in the morning, but we have picked back up a bit by 3 cents. So let's see if XRP can remain within this position just over that mid 60-cent level. Guys, if you want daily XRP news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.